yeah, it's Friday. Time to pump it up on this Friday night edition. A quick slant is presented by Nissan. I'm Derek Gunn.
And I'm Barrett Brooks. Before we start off, I want to say happy birthday to Trish Gunn. My sorry. It's your family.
My wife's birthday's not today.
No, it's on Sunday.
How you know this?
Because you're my co-host, and I should know things like that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Happy birthday, Trish.
You know a little bit too much about my family, man. I mean, this is a little unsettling right now.
What are we going to eat on Saturday?
I knew it. I knew there was a method to your madness.
What are you talking about?
You realize how many people I got to take out for my wife's birthday dinner on Saturday, man?
It'll just be 2 more people, that's all.
Look, man, look. I can't feed you.
It'll just be 2 more people.
I can't feed you, man.
Come on, man.
I can't feed you, bro.
We'll go Dutch.
What?
We'll go Dutch.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Yeah, and I'm Barrett Brooks, and for the 2nd straight season, Nick Foles is trying to lead the Eagles into the playoffs. But make no mistake, Carson Wentz is the franchise quarterback here in Philadelphia.
That is right. At his Friday morning press conference, Doug Peterson made it very clear that Wentz is the leader of this franchise going forward.
Number one, I can stand here and say that Carson's our quarterback. You know, he's our quarterback of the future, and that's why we drafted him. And it's also why we have Nick here, you know, as a backup, as a veteran player to you know, I don't want to say bail us out, but to come in and execute, you know, the offense. And you know, I think we just continue to reconfirm that with Carson and let him know that, and continue to say, hey, listen, you're going to be here for a long time, have a long career, and we just got to commit to that and communicate that to him, and you know, let that kind of sink in.
Is Carson having some doubts about his tenure with the organization? Stay tuned.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Returns. Now, Barrett, we know what Nick Foles has done here and how well he played against Los Angeles last weekend. But with that said, are you surprised that Peterson still hasn't answered these questions?
You know what? It's not necessarily that he has to answer these questions, because he knows what goes on in that locker room. He has that locker room rock solid. But it's the naysayers, it's the people in me. See, one thing about Philadelphia, we speak what's on our mind. And at this point, if you listen to talk radio, it's a major conspiracy going on talk radio. In fact, there are so many supporters and so many people are in love and enamored with Nick Foles that now people are starting to question whether Carson Wentz at this point can be our future quarterback, because can he stay healthy enough? Now, with me, there is no question with that. He is our future franchise quarterback. When I say he, I mean Carson Wentz. He's going to be the guy that's going to have the reins of this offense for the next 10 years, and deservedly so. If you match him up head-to-head, yes, I'm going to say Carson Wentz will win all day and twice on Sunday. But you have to look at Nick Foles. I'm good with a little bit of Nick Foles. Just a little bit of Nick Foles, sporadically, but he's still a quarterback. Right now, he's interviewed for 31 other teams. 31. So he understands he has to play to the highest level he can. There are teams out there that want his services right now. So he understands he wants his own team. He has to play at a high level, not here, but up here, so he can maximize his money-making potential. But there is no quarterback controversy. In fact, if Carson was healthy enough right now, I do believe Carson would be the starting quarterback. But he just, at this point, Nick Foles matches up well against teams that have great defenses, because he's going to dink and dunk, get the ball out of his hands when he goes against teams with great defensive lines. And these next 2 weeks are 2 teams that have great defensive lines.
So what you're saying is that right now, Nick Foles is better suited to run this offense than Carson Wentz.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see. Now, the reason that Doug still has to answer these questions is twofold. Number one, he said Carson didn't need any surgery, just some extended rest time. And number two, he said Carson would stay on the 53-man roster. So basically, you left the door open for speculation about, even if Nick Foles keeps the hot hand, you could reinsert Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Now, I do understand and I appreciate the Eagles' honesty in telling us what they can about the situation, but there's a part of me that says I wish they have done a better job in terms of hiding exactly what they were thinking, so they could put a fire out on this whole issue.
They don't have a poker face, man.
I know, but see, now because they left the door open, they're talking about it on Sports Talk Radio. We have to sit here and talk about this weekly as well until the season is officially over. You said that Carson Wentz is going to be here for the next 10 years. He keeps getting broken up every year. He's not going to be here for the next 10 years. Okay,
don't speak that. Don't speak that.
I'm just saying, look, the facts are, every year the man's hurt. What do you want me to tell you? I'm telling you the truth.
I know.
Now, it didn't affect his regular season in 2016, but it did last year. And it did this year. Am I right or am I right?
You're right, bro. You're right.
Okay, so I'm just saying, if Carson runs the table, let's say Nick Foles runs the table and gets them deep into the playoffs again. Is it a foregone conclusion that Nick Foles may not be back here in 2019?
It's a foregone, yeah, it's going to be a foregone conclusion. Yes, it will be.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Stop the doubting. That's it. Let's stop the doubting.
I'm just throwing it out there for conversation, man.